Hello, welcome to this is week 5 of the DaebakCast. This is a show where every week 3 K-pop fans come together to speak about different topics we bring each week. It's a conversational podcast. It happens every week, like I just said. Our links to podcast services and iTunes and SoundCloud, Stitcher, all that's down below, along with our social media links. And today I'm joined with Nathan,
안녕.
Andrew,
Hello.
and I'm Jacob. I didn't forget to introduce myself this
Yeah,
week.
not like last week.
And I didn't call myself Andrew. So
Getting better.
yeah, so we're gonna start off the show with Nate's topic first.
So we got asked by a viewer. He was requesting that we discuss variety shows. I believe his username on YouTube was VT. But I'm not 100% sure. I can double check that. But yeah, so you want us to talk about our favorite variety shows. I know Andrew doesn't have too much to say about the topic, but
yeah, I'll let you guys carry it.
I mean, he watches a few stuff like when we link it in the chat.
Yeah,
Pretty much.
Whatever,
That's my only exposure to variety at this point.
I have pretty good experience with it. So I'll start with the most obvious is Running Man. It's the most popular variety show out there.
It's pretty accessible too to everybody.
Yeah,
like you can just jump into any episode and be like, "Oh, this show's pretty funny and cool." I'll keep watching.
Okay, so I don't know if this will show how much of a noob I am, but what exactly is the premise of Running Man? Because I've always heard the name, but no, I never watched an episode of Running Man.
Andrew.
Okay, so they have the main like game that they it changes from week to week. They have different like themes.
The most famous
games
one
and stuff.
they do.
But like the name tag elimination game is like the basis of everything. So they all have these Velcro name tags on the back of their shirts, and they have to eliminate each other by ripping off each other's name tags. So that's like kind of the basis for almost all the games they play. But they do different themes each week, and they'll have like different like missions and teams and that type of stuff.
So one of the cast members in the name tag elimination you never want to go against is Kim Jong-kook because he's like twice as strong as literally anyone on.
And there's a lot of like idol or like girl groups with like 13 or 14-year-old girls on there, so it must be.
Yeah, like,
it's not even fair at this point. I'm guessing.
Whenever there's like female guests, they always want to be on his team so that they win.
Yep. Yeah.
Or even guests in general, to be honest.
It's like they either want to be on his team or they want to be on J-Suck's team because J-Suck's so popular and famous. So yeah, there's 6 main cast members now. There were 7. Kangari from Lee Sung left late last year. Actually, both Song Joong Ki and not Reina, not Na, Lizzie from After School were main cast members like way early on.
Wait, Lizzie was? I knew Song Joong Ki
Lizzie was on for like 20 or 30 episodes.
Okay, cool.
As a main cast member.
Jihyo originally came on as a guest, right? And then she just became a cast member the next episode.
Like episode 2. She was like the second episode's guest, and they kept her on because they wanted a female cast member. And she fit really well. But yeah, so there's the main cast is Jae-suck, who's like the most famous comedian MC in Korea. He's like one of the most famous people in Korea.
He's like literally the host of like half of the shows on
Yeah,
TV.
He does. Then we mentioned Kim Jong-kook, who is a singer. He used to be in a group called Turbo. Well, actually, Turbo's back now.
Yeah, they're like from the 90s.
From like the 90s.
Early 2000s.
And he does like he does a lot of solo singing stuff too. Haha, who's another comedian, and reggae Korean reggae singer.
Korean reggae, huh?
But yeah, he's mainly a comedian too. He's in a lot of variety shows as well.
Which is why his name is Haha.
Yep. Jihyo, who's an actress. Kwang-soo, who's an actor / comedian / really good at variety show person
/ really tall guy.
And yeah, he's insanely tall. And now I'm losing my mind and forgetting one person. Jisoo-chin. Yeah, who is like the oldest and weakest person, but he's also a comedian. He's not like super old, but
he's pretty funny though. Like
he's funny, yeah.
Like him and like there's like different relationships that reoccur throughout the show.
Yep.
Like they have different characters. So like they don't play a specific character, but like certain like alliances and stuff will come back and reoccur.
Yeah.
So like fans will get like the inside jokes and stuff in between. So it's a pretty fun show, and they always bring on guests every week.
Not every week, but most weeks.
Well, most weeks, I mean.
Yeah.
And so that's what makes it accessible, at least in my opinion. It's like you can just sort of find an episode with like your favorite idol in it, or your favorite actor, comedian, or whoever, athlete.
That's how I started. It's been going on for an insanely long amount of time. It's like 7 or 8 years now. I think they're in like 400s for episodes.
Wow.
And I've seen them all.
Really?
So I started watching it like SNSD's or when
so like episode Yuri like 64 was on, or something.
Yeah,
like
that. in the really early days.
Because that's when I first heard
backlog. Of it. And I watched the backlog back then, so that's like around when I was starting to get into K-pop.
I first heard the name Running Man thrown around when SNSD had their episode. Yeah. So I mean, like I've seen like gifs of like that, but I never really got to watch it.
Yeah.
Is it the one where it was rigged so that would win?
Yeah, I think it was that one.
That one's like only a couple of years old.
Okay.
Yeah.
But they did have like I know Yuri was on really early, and I think Jessica was on early. I don't think the whole group was on until that episode. But yeah, so I started watching way back then and kind of went through the backlog because it was only maybe 60 episodes, and I've just been watching since. Like you said, it's pretty accessible. There are a lot of inside jokes at this point because it's been going on for so long. The cast members know each other really well, so you're gonna miss out on some stuff.
You only need to watch like maybe like 4 or 5 episodes before
you'll start catching on.
I'm sure.
They're pretty easy to catch on to.
Like the jokes. Most obvious one is like they always call in the little subtitle things in the screen. They always call like Kwangju like a giraffe. They call him giraffe because he's so tall. Or they'll like the one like the running meme throughout the whole thing is like he's like Kwangju. He always betrays whoever he makes an alliance with every time.
Is a big betrayer. So anytime they make alliances, he'll usually just throw it out the window when the first chance he gets that helps him. So they don't really trust him very well. But yeah, it's a really good show. Casts are really good together. Since they've been together so long, they know each other really well.
Yep.
Do you have anything you wanted to mention, Jacob? I got a couple more, but
shows?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Like I guess the obvious one. We actually talked about this. Was it last week? The elimination shows.
Yeah. So 2 weeks ago.
Yeah. So like
I don't remember.
The one that I make sure to watch every week is K-pop Star because you can sort of see like what the climate of K-pop is gonna look like over the next year or so when these artists come out afterwards, and basically there's 3 teams basically that you audition to be casted into, maybe like mid-season. So first you get into the show, then they narrow it down to a certain amount of contestants, then they put them on a team for each entertainment company, which is the 3 choices are JYP, YG, and in the first 2 seasons they also had SM, but SM pulled out, I believe, after season 2.
She was
Boa was the judge. And then the CEOs of the other 2 companies were the judges are JYP and YG. And then after season 2, starting season 3 to 6, which is the last season now, Yoo was and his entertainment company, Antenna Music, which makes more like solo singers and acoustic type stuff, So yeah, I really like watching that, especially this season. They have a really strong idol cast because they just allowed trainees to try out. So this season YG has formed a 3-member girl group, and then JYP also has a 3-member girl group, and they will compete against each other. I'm hoping that honestly that the 2 companies like their groups enough that they'll just make them into real groups, like if they're good together, and And we've talked about this before, but I am the single arc stan. So I'm hoping Jun Mingju wins. Please let her win.
Well, I mean, she's been doing good so far, right?
Yeah. She's been fantastic. Like in her audition went like pretty badly because after the arc disbanded, she was in kind of I guess like bad condition.
Yeah.
Like she didn't practice as much as before, gained some weight, and was a little rusty. So during her audition, that sort of showed, and Joe IP and YG both like called her out for that, and they let her through on like a save. YG saved her with a wild card. Otherwise, she wouldn't have got through the audition. Ever since then, she's been getting better and better and better, like exponentially each week. And she lost a lot of weight from the first week to the second one. Which at first I was like, how do you lose that much weight in like 1 week? But it's not actually 1 week. It's like each episode is like a few weeks apart, so they can practice their performances, which I didn't catch on to until like this season somehow. Like I don't know.
Like, wow, they're really fast. They're learning stuff.
So that's K-pop Star, I guess, and I guess if you have any other shows you want to talk about this week.
So Knowing Bros is one that I've started watching more recently. So they had a couple of different like formats early on that never really worked out. The show didn't really catch on until this current format, which is like the main segment is Ask Us Anything. So they have a guest each week. Every week they have a guest, except for like every couple of times there's been like special episodes where they haven't had a guest. But so the guests come on. They're in a classroom, and they're kind of like joking that they're high school and everyone's on like the same like level in regards to like hierarchy or like honorifics and stuff.
And it's pretty hilarious considering just how old some of the people in the cast are.
So they have guests every week, and the guests come on, and what they do is they'll ask the group questions, and the group has to try to answer the questions, like questions about themselves. And the group has to try to answer, and they just kind of joke around while they're doing it. And then after that, sometimes they do skits and stuff. For a while they did like improv skits, which was pretty good. They haven't really been doing that too much recently, but so it's good. Cast is in really good chemistry together too. They're really, really brutal to each other because like a couple of them are divorced. One of them is like went bankrupt. He was like the CEO of an entertainment company in the 90s that went bankrupt and still paying off his debts. And then another one had like gambling problems. And like they just make fun of these things all the time. So that's like,
pretty cool.
They're really brutal to each other.
I remember one episode like I think he was a wrestler, but like Heechul was like dressed like Chu Sadong, his daughter.
Oh yeah, he's like a UFC fighter or something. Yeah,
that was so creepy.
Yeah, it's pretty creepy. So yeah, the main cast is Kang Ho Dong, who's he's another like really big MC comedy guy. He actually used to be a Sheeran wrestler professionally before that. He considers Yoo Jae-suk his rival, so they always joke about that. Even though I think they're friends, but then Lee Soo-gun, who's kind of like the right hand man, he's really funny. He's just a really good like wit, really quick witted when it comes to jokes. Heechul from Super Junior, who's just insane.
Yeah, he's the best cast member.
Things.
Best cast member, at least for me.
Yeah, he's definitely the best cast member. So Jung-hoon, who's a Korean basketball player, kind of turned like celebrity. He does shows.
Freaking 7 feet tall looking guy.
He's like 7'2", I think. Yeah. Kim Young-chol, who's a comedian. Min Kyung-hoon, who is the lead singer of a band called Buzz. It's a Korean band. And Lee Sang-min, who was that entertainment CEO and like the leader of a rap group in like the 80s or 90s. So yeah, it's just a really good cast. Format's pretty fun at this point since there's guests every week. They kind of bounce off each other, making fun of everyone, but it's getting pretty big, so hopefully it keeps going. Did you have any others, Jacob, that you wanted to bring up?
I guess for the most part, the ones that I watch are usually like elimination shows, like on Pretty Rap Star and K-Pop Star. So like all of them are pretty much the same like format, I guess. Like you get it. Like if you've seen American Idol or The Voice or whatever in America, you know what I'm talking about.
Well, you'll have comments on my other one.
I guess other than that, a lot of the ones that I like to watch are like the reality shows that come out.
I don't know if those group specific reality shows. I count them as variety shows.
Yeah, like Showtime is like a series that they did. Like EXO had one, A-Pink had one, right?
I think A-Pink did, yeah. If I remember correctly.
Anyways, and then there was another one where wait, was it was it an entire series? I remember watching like an episode of it with G-Friend and Mamamoo together.
No, I think it was a special. I remember hearing about that. I think it was either one episode or a couple of episodes where they did something together, but
I feel like it was Showtime, but I don't remember correctly. Correct me in the comments if I'm wrong.
All I remember there was a part when where Hwasa was twerking to Work by Rihanna. That's worth it on its own.
That was in the first episode, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, so like variety shows and stuff are where you're going to, I guess, see like your like in K-pop at least your idols like personalities and whatnot.
Yeah, exactly.
At least their public personas, that is.
Yep.
And it's pretty interesting to see. Like I remember way back in the day, like around one time when SNSD debuted, they had a show.
Yeah, I remember that.
Like, that was a Showtime.
Yeah,
that was the last season. Was G-Friend and Mamamoo Showtime?
Oh, it was? Okay. With SNSD, I remember there was like, I don't know if it was an episode or if that was the whole show, but they were like interns at a fashion magazine.
Yep.
And they're in New York and stuff.
Yeah. Really?
New York.
I think it was L Girl.
Yeah.
When was that? When was this?
This was
way
back.
Long
time ago. Because like this is something I watched when I was getting into SNSD.
Like before 2011.
Yeah, it was probably like 2008, probably.
Okay, I was about to say.
It was like around debut, probably.
Okay, so I had no idea what the hell K-pop was at this point. So
that's one thing. Like when I got into K-pop, when I was hardcore only SNSD stan, I watched literally everything they were in. So I've seen all their variety reality show stuff. Like probably The Boys. And I've kind of, since I got into more groups, I haven't watched literally everything anymore. But
I watched I think the last reality show they did that I actually watched was the Taty Show, which that came out,
I did watch that
with
one.
Holler. That was pretty good.
That was good.
My favorite episode they did was when they were in California at Tiffany's home.
They went to Tiffany's
They went to the fair and stuff.
Yep.
It was pretty cool.
Yeah.
But all right, I have if you have another thing to mention, I have one more that I just thought of. So
okay, well, my last one, if it's not the one you're about to mention, is Weekly Idol. So I assume you have input on that too, because everyone. Weekly Idol's great. That. So it's an idol variety show. It's hosted by two comedians, Defcon and Hyungdun, who are kind of a duo, and they do a lot of stuff together. They have like a joke rap group that they that they make music for. So every week they have different idols on. They do a bunch of different segments, but it's usually they're really good at bouncing off the idols and making fun of them when they need to be made fun of and egging them on to do weird stuff. It's pretty much, it's different every week for what the idols do. But it's pretty reoccurring that most idols go on when they have a comeback. So they always promote their new songs on it. At least the bigger groups do. If there's multiple comebacks at once, obviously only one group can go on a week. And then they have some specials. Just for year end, they do an award, like a fake award show where they make up dumb awards based on the last year's worth of episodes.
Yeah, they'll have one award that they pass around.
Yeah, they have one award, one certificate, one bouquet. And like the people that win the awards sometimes aren't even there, so the guests that are just accept on behalf, and then they have to take it away after they accept the award. And then for the like grand prize, like best artist of the year award at the end, it's always chosen completely randomly. So they do a different lottery type like pick each year, to decide who wins.
Who won this year?
Or last year.
I can't remember. I think it might have been EXO. I could be wrong.
But so
it's only
EXO still won.
Only artists that well, I know Twice was on like I don't remember who it was. I think it was one of B2B members, but they put sticky notes with each artist. Each sticky note had an artist written on it, and he was trying to shake them all off of his body, and the last sticky note left on his body won the grand prize. And I know Twice was one of the one of the last three, because Daeyeon was there, and she was really excited that they might win.
Yeah, the show is basically like all like, it's basically a show all about idol fan service, basically.
Yeah,
like you know, like doing funny stuff and all that. Like, like I'm sure Nate's probably about to get into this, but like, the thing they're known for that most people watch on YouTube is their random time, like random
play dance.
Yeah, that's what it is.
So that's like the main focus, or like to promote their new song, they'll do the choreography to their new song, and then they'll do random play dance, which is where they just have one of the producers switch to different songs at random parts, and the artists have to try to do the choreography right without like messing up too bad. So obviously there's some like confusion when the song switches and they all have to get into different positions, but if they don't screw it up too bad, they usually win.
Yeah, when they screw it up, they got to get hit in the head with a plastic hammer.
Yeah, that's a funny part.
Hammer. Which is actually what happens when people get the question wrong in Knowing Bros as well.
Yeah. I feel like it's just like a Korean gag.
Squeaky hammers are just a big thing there.
And now I guess most recently their like big thing is the 2 times speed dances.
Yeah, which is really
popularized by G-Friend originally.
More recently, G-Friend did that, and that's kind of caught on. So they try to have groups do that if they're confident enough.
It's pretty cool. I think somebody did ×3 dance. I don't remember who it was.
I do remember that happening, but I don't remember who it was either.
It'd have to be a girl group because otherwise the choreo would be way too hard.
Yeah, imagine EXO trying to do a ×3 dance.
Well, I was surprised that GOT7 could even do their hard carry or whatever it was.
Yeah,
that's a pretty intense choreo too.
It was If You Do, I think is what it was. But
I don't know. It was one that had crazy footwork.
Yeah,
and I remember they got through it because that was actually on that's their other like big special is for Chuseok. They do an episode, usually a 2-part episode with like tons of different groups. So
yeah, they had 4 artists on.
They had Twice, Girlfriend, GOT7, and
B2B, I think. Yeah,
for the last one. So that's like 40 people, 30 or 40 people.
How'd they fit?
Well, they had bleachers or whatever you call those, like risers.
Okay.
For all of them to sit on.
I guess my only real memory or knowledge of Weekly Idol was the one clip with Momo. When so I don't know what exactly was the game.
That was from this.
What exactly was the game that they're doing? Like they had the heartbeat sensor or whatever.
Yeah. So each of the groups, which was funny because GOT7 and B2B were there too, had to see who could raise Heechol's heart rate the most. And it was funny because
B2B almost beat.
Well, yeah, I was gonna say like, Yeren was the lowest because he's really close to G-Friend, and so like he thinks of them as like he calls them little brothers. Like he thinks of them as like he doesn't think of them as girls at all.
Oh no!
What? So he calls them Namdong Sing.
Yeah, so they failed completely. And then Momo did Nico Nico Ni and acted like an anime character, and since he's such a weeaboo, he fell in love with it and is a hardcore Momo fan.
No. Shout outs to Momo for being a gigantic weeaboo. I mean, for people...
I mean, she is Japanese. She can't be a weeaboo.
Yeah, but no. I mean, I guess it's pretty related since for those that don't know, the plot of Love Live is literally it's a high school. Or it's an all-girls high school that's about to close down, and they make an idol group to save their high school.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
So Nico's like the cutesy one. So yeah.
And then the guy groups did better than G-Friend for that raising Heechol's heart rate, which was funny.
Sad, poor G-Friend.
Wait, no, they didn't even send Yerin in. I think they sent in Una.
Was it?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's who they sent. Like, I was surprised, actually.
But yeah, it did not work.
We should link that. We should link that clip in the description. It's pretty funny.
I think I know where it is, so I could probably find that for us.
Okay.
The last one that I wanted to mention was After School Club. I like to watch that a lot.
Okay. I don't actually watch ASC too much.
Oh, I watch ASC like when I hear that like one of my favorite artists is on there. It's pretty cool. Basically, what ASC is, if nobody's ever watched it, is it's on Arirang or Arirang or however you wanna however you wanna pronounce it, which is like an English network in Korea, and they have like they usually have like 2 or 3 hosts that are idols who like speak English. So right now the weekly ones, I think the ones they have every week right now is Jay from Day 6 and Jamie or Jimin from 15 and then Kevin from UKISS. I think he recently left, but yeah, he's usually on. So yeah, Kevin from UKISS is usually on there. Eric Nam used
to be on it too.
Yeah,
it was Kevin, Jamie, and Eric Nam were the main hosts. But
yeah, Eric was
for a while ago.
Yeah, Eric was on for the longest time though. I think, yeah, for the most part he was like the main. Him and Kevin were the main hosts, and then. Oh. Now it's mostly Jamie and Jay.
Speaking of, I don't know if we mentioned we got married.
Oh yeah, that's an obvious one.
I honestly I only watched Soyeon's, which was a long
that was
time
like
ago.
2010. But,
yeah, exactly.
I'm gonna finish ASC and then we could talk about we got married right after. I'm guessing you got that because we were talking about Eric Nam, like him and Solar.
A bit, yeah.
Yeah. So, anyways, what they do is they invite idol groups or bands each week, and then basically like fans, they'll have like a lottery thing, like a fan can sign up, and then they could get onto the show to like
through have Skype or whatever,
like 5 seconds on Google Hangouts to ask their favorite artist to do something or say something to them or answer a question or. Yep. You know, whatever. It's pretty cool though. Either way, even if you like some people they get in, but they don't actually get to talk because
there's
they
some
run
people
out of time
that
and stuff
in the background with signs or whatever.
I guess they at least they get senpai to notice them.
See, it's hard for me to watch just because the fan interactions are so
awkward,
so cringeworthy and awkward sometimes.
Well, I mean, when are they not?
Exactly.
Well, I think most of the cringe comes from people from the delay through
there's
Google
a delay
Hangouts and stuff.
Yep.
So when they tell them to do stuff, they'll try to interject and be like, oh, and they cut each other off and whatnot.
It's not the most perfect setup.
I think it's pretty interesting though because they'll do answer questions and talk and stuff like that. So
I usually just pick up clips.
So I just go on Drama Fever and watch that every once in a while if I want to. So we can move on to Andrew's one suggestion that we got married.
Okay, so the premise of We Got Married is basically it's just a bunch of idols or famous celebrities in Korea, and they're supposed to pretend that they're married, or it's a virtual marriage as they call it to each other.
Yeah.
So they have to act like they're a couple, and it's
without almost any physical contact though.
Yeah.
Because then everyone gets mad.
Yeah, because that's the thing. They say it's a virtual marriage, or that's the premise of the show, but people take it really seriously. They'll
go hardcore on their shipping.
Yeah. Or no, if they don't like the couples, they'll
just flame them to death.
Yeah, no, or if they see one of the members of the couple talking to another girl or guy or whatever, or you're cheating or whatever. So I only really know it through Eric Nam and Solar from Mamamoo were a couple, and they're pretty cute together. And
they're one of the most well-liked couples.
Yeah, no, they're one of the most popular ones. And Eric Nam he'd do stuff like he'd teach Solar some English because she doesn't know any. Yeah, but at at KCON, they're after a certain, or when Mama was performing, they're like, yeah, we don't know English, so we're just gonna speak in Korean. Just get your Korean friends to translate. So yeah, I guess she didn't learn that much, but what'd be pretty funny is that one of the biggest Mamamoo ships is Solar and Moonbyul. So basically every time Moonbyul would show up on the show, she'd just try to she'd be a homewrecker. and just try to be like, she'd just be act really alpha when Eric Nam was around and just be like, Solar's mine. What do you like? Just try to like steal her away. I'm trying to look up some of the other
one of the ones
famous...
that I know of is like Taeyeon got like chipped.
Yep.
She had to be with Hyungdon, right?
Yeah. Who's like he's like 15 years older than her or something like that.
Yep. Yeah, no, she I remember she showed up on Soyeon's and she was like, "You're lucky, I got screwed."
You're really lucky. Yep. Yeah, I only watched Soyeon's, which was a billion years ago.
Another famous one is 2AM Jo Kwon and Brown Eyed Girls Gain. So
yep.
I don't know too much about that, but
kinda.
That's actually like a pair I would never have thought of too.
Yeah, well.
Another one I have passing knowledge about was Victoria from FX and Nick-kun from 2PM.
Yeah, Victoria and Nick-kun were pretty big too. That was
actually,
a while ago,
I see that. I still see that ship floating. Yeah,
that's a really big ship.
The internet.
I forget who it was, but I think there was one couple that they were on the show, but
Victoria
they were
or something.
Or no, they were actually going to get married, or I forget.
Oh, really?
I believe the original show was from China, or was the original show Korea and then it went to China.
But
I think the original show is Chinese though. Because I know there has been some crossover where like Korean artists.
Yeah, there's an international version now, where it's Korean couple or a Korean celebrity and an international, like either Chinese or whatever.
No, I think it was. I think it might have been a Korean show that spinned off into like a Chinese or international show. But I'm trying to see if there's anything else on this list that's pretty noteworthy. Taemin from SHINee, and then Nayeon from A-Pink.
Taemin and Nayeon. Yeah, I knew about that too. I think it was an A-Pink Showtime. They referenced it.
Yeah,
like they were Nayeon.
It was during Nayeon, they were filming at the same time.
They were cooking. Nayeon was like cooking or something, and then like two of the other members showed up and started singing like "Nayeon 너무 예뻐." It was really funny.
Joy,
like referencing Chinese debut.
Oh yeah, Joy from Red Velvet and Sungjae from BTOB.
Or B2B.
Oh. wait, Joy and Sungjae?
I didn't know about that one.
That's actually pretty interesting. I knew Joy was on there. I forgot who was with her, but yeah, that's cool. So, do you want to move into the next topic, which is Andrew's?
Sure. Yep. Okay, so this topic was supposed to be last week, but with the breaking news of Wonder Girls disbanding, this got pushed back. So my topic for this week is Mukbang. So
it's so weird.
Yeah, it's a weird topic. So for those that don't know, Mukbang is the basic concept of Mukbang is someone live streaming themselves eating food. So the word itself is like a portmanteau of the word for eating and broadcast. So it's something I guess that's really only come around of like the past like two or 3 years, because with the rise of like live streaming platforms like Twitch, or over in Korea they have Afrika or Azubu, that sort of thing. It's with the rise of like internet culture, we sort of saw this move to like live streaming like literally anything. Like literally anything and everything. I mean,
did you say there was one where like there's a girl, she's just she's sitting there doing nothing?
No, yeah. So Heechul mentioned this on Knowing Bros. Apparently there's a thing that's them streaming literally not moving, not doing anything. Like
she's just sitting there.
She's literally sitting in a chair, not moving. You can only see her eyes move. And Heechul was saying that she did that for 6 hours straight. Like, this is a thing.
Oh my god. I'd go mad.
That's even weirder.
I'm 100% sure if you look at the demographics of that is probably like 40 to 50-year-old men. So
she wasn't in like scantily clad clothes either though. She had like a
never underestimate the thirst of the internet, man.
I wonder if they were watching it just because they were dumbfounded that she had the audacity to live stream yourself doing nothing.
Or again, or like who knows what she might do? Like she might be sitting there for 6 hours, and then the end of the 6-hour live stream, like I don't know. It turns out she's like in the middle of like
or something.
Or no, it's like a horror movie or something like that. Or like it turns out like her room's like a
somebody
studio.
walks in and murders her.
Whoa! Or, I mean, yeah, it's just, yeah. I mean, the internet's not.
It was so weird.
Yeah, the internet's not like foreign to like weird concepts like that.
No,
So,
definitely.
So yeah,
I feel like most of the really weird like actual like these have like actual concepts though. Like most of the weird live streams like that, they seem to be from Korea
or Asia in general. I mean,
yeah,
like Asian culture is pretty weird as it is. So, I mean, it doesn't surprise me.
Yeah.
It's just weird what they do with live streaming services, I guess.
So yeah, it's gotten so popular over the past couple of years that Twitch decided. Well, when Twitch made the sort of creative category with they had that whole
like painting and whatnot.
Yeah. They had like
the Bob Ross.
Yeah, that was amazing. By the way, I'd watched that for like 2 weeks straight.
Yep.
So yeah, they added social eating is what they call it.
Yep.
Instead of just they should have just called it mukbang.
Well, because I mean, the thing is, most people don't know what the word means. So
they just put the ramen bowl like as the picture or something.
Yeah, but it's got a cult following, so to speak. So yeah, you could find them some places on YouTube. So from my research, the people that host the mukbang streams, they're called, no joke, they're called BJs. Not even joking, because it's some of their.
So what does that stand for?
Well, I think that's just I think BJ is just like a host of a live stream.
Yeah. So yeah,
okay.
it's
like
broadcast jockey. So instead of
okay.
it's the equivalent to DJ, but
DJ,
they picked the worst. They picked the worst like possible title.
Whatever.
So I guess some of the reasons why like this sort of thing is popular is because most of the demographics of mukbang streams, it's mostly like girls that are in like they're from like anywhere from like 16 to like in their 20s or 30s. So I mean,
the host or the audience?
The hosts. So
okay, I was gonna say.
usually most of the time it's a lot of pretty girls just sitting there eating. So
yeah.
I mean,
did you say that some of them spend like $1,000 on food?
Yeah, so
sit there and eat it all?
the most famous BJ, her name is BJ the Diva. In an article, she said that she makes $9,000 a month, or equivalent to US. She makes $9,000 a month, just from mukbang streams. But she spends $4,000 on her food, because you order stuff like like.
Does she do it once? Oh, a month? She spends $4,000.
I don't know if she retired or not, because I haven't seen anything from her in a while, but.
But still, like, if she
you
has
can't
a
use
job,
the word retired for
I don't know. It's a profession.
Like on
wait,
stream.
so if she has like an extra job too on the side, she'd be making so much money.
I don't know. I think a lot. The most popular ones, I think they make a living off of it, because pretty much if you're spending $4,000 on food, I'm pretty sure you can afford.
And you're making $9,000.
You can pay for like your rent and all that sort of stuff.
Yeah,
so because the whole appeal of mukbang is that
that's $60,000 a year job right there.
Yeah, so the whole appeal of it, I guess, is a lot of people want to like. It's sort of like the whole like reason with same thing with unboxing culture, or like unboxing like videos on YouTube. You want to live vicariously through the the person that you're seeing them eat and like describe the food. Since you can't afford it, they're ordering like hella crab and like all this like really expensive food that you can't afford like in your wildest dreams. So you get to sort of experience that.
So you just watch somebody else eat that food.
Yeah. Or
the other thing I had described when I first heard about it, how I described, heard it described, which is probably less nice to the people participating, is like these girls are eating in front of a computer so that lonely guys can eat in front of their computer watching, and it's like they're having a meal with them.
I think that actually is the original intent.
That's like the main
because
intent.
it's sort of like because I guess it sort of ties into the fact that pornography is banned in Korea. So
What's kind of funny is I would have expected this more out of like Japan, because of the dating culture there, like guys aren't as like
they don't
like
pretty much like Japan has a birth rate problem because everyone's either everyone like
everyone's a nerd.
everyone goes unmarried
like, to put it harshly.
Unmarried or like they go like without having children into like their 30s or 40s or whatever because either A, they're too busy, or B, they're not interested in finding women or whatever. So but surprisingly it's Korea. But again, like my point is that I think a big reason why this is popular is because there's no pornography, and by the same token, there's no like cam girls or whatever. So this is the closest thing.
The thing is, there are,
but you can't.
A lot of.
There are, but you can't do anything like you can't. They obviously can't take off their clothes or whatever. So this is the.
So they just can't take off their bottoms.
Oh, okay.
So like, or they just can't show anything.
Yeah, so I think we were talking about how I think we were talking about how there was that one group, was it Leisha or whatever that
there's a lot there's a lot of groups out there.
There's a lot of like dance cover groups,
K-pop cover groups.
Yeah, that they make a lot of money off. Yeah, so it's sort of the same. It's sort of the same concept of like a cam girl, where basically you, as an audience member, you want to try to get to know them, and then you kind of feel like you're their friend because you're eating with them. I think throughout all cultures, conversating over food is something that permeates, throughout either here in America or Europe or
rite of passage,
Asia.
I guess.
Yeah,
across the world.
Yeah, so it's people that might either be like too shy, or they don't really like have too many women in their life. They seek this sort of companionship from them, and obviously that's kind of a scary concept because again, like, well, both for the fact that like again, obviously it's creepy, or like it might be creepy guys watching you, but
but also, I mean, you take that risk anytime you're on the internet.
Yeah, pretty much. Anytime you're a girl,
see them anyway.
No, we could have creepy guys watching our episodes.
Yeah, who knows? I mean, there might be. I'll look at the analytics to see what the age demographic of our audience is.
There was someone older than 60, I think.
Oh wow!
It could have been somebody who just made a fake profile.
Shout out if you are over 60 and love watching 3 non-Korean guys talk about gay pop. I mean, props to you. I guess it's
okay. I'd like to mention one live stream though that I've seen, or actually, it's the first mukbang I ever heard about. Is I saw this video of it on like going around on Facebook. Is like the first time. It's like this fat guy. He's like he's a Korean, and he's just sitting there laughing really, really hard while he's eating food.
People watch it.
Yeah. It was shared everywhere. It was viral in the U.S.
That's way better.
Yeah, like he was just sitting there laughing his freaking ass off, like while he was eating like ramen or something that he got delivered, like Chinese food or whatever.
Did he pipe in laughing gas in his room or something, or did he drop?
Have no idea.
Is there like acid in like the ramen soup or something, or?
I have no idea, but laughter is certainly contagious. And
that's pretty cool. And I guess speaking of like creative, again, and it sort of goes into the another reason why like it's sort of popular. It goes into like the whole. Like, that sort of like epic mealtime thing where you make like a ridiculous sort of meals that like nobody can eat. Yeah. So another one of the famous mukbang VJs I found, her name is Kimi. She's on YouTube. She has 400,000 YouTube subs.
Jeez, does she cook? Like on the stream, or she just
sometimes she cooks it. I believe. I'll link her YouTube channel in the description. Some of her videos.
So does she just eat like normal people?
Or like sometimes I think she orders it. Like obviously if you're getting something like fine like crab rangoon or something or whatever, you're not cooking that yourself. But one of the videos I watched, it has over 3 million views because I think Jenna Marbles pimped her YouTube link or something. Jenna Marbles is a famous YouTuber, so she ordered like friggin' like 5 pounds of chicken, and then
oh god,
it was like Korean, like obviously like Korean like barbecue chicken's kind of like banchan or whatever, and then she made corn. It was like a mozzarella cheese fondue with corn in it, and she was taking the chicken and then just dipping it in the
American style.
Like her setup was insane because she has like this like the cooking like the
wait, what kind of fondue was it? Cheese?
You know, it's like it was
for whatever reason
like,
when you described it, I was seeing her dip it in like the chicken and like bat of gravy and corn.
No. That's you're thinking American. Maybe that's an American mukbang, but no. The thing is, the fondue was kind of bootleg because it wasn't really melted or whatever. But her setup was pretty impressive because. Like she was cooking the chicken like on the like while she was making the video, and she had like this huge like pan or like an electric like kind of like what you see at when you go to like a Korean barbecue place where they cook it in the middle of the table. But yeah, she had that in front of her.
Like the grill, just a circular.
Yeah, so or like an electric version. So she was cooking it and then she was like stuffing her face with it and like talking about the details, and it had 3 million views. I mean,
it's almost to me. It seems like the appeal of it is like similar to ASMR videos.
Yeah, no, she actually made an ASMR video of her eating sushi. I'll link that in the description too. So
I can't get into ASMR either.
Yeah,
like
ASMR.
It creeps me out. Like some of them, they'll be like taking stuff out of bags and doing.
Well, I mean, again, that's sort of the appeal because, like, everyone likes getting whispered sweet nothings into their ears. So
sweet nothings. I like how you put it.
But yeah, she had a video where she's like it's purposely like dead quiet. It's just her like with her mouth like very close to the mic, just eating sushi. Like you can hear the chewing sounds and everything. And it's pretty relaxing. I mean, if you want to like fall asleep,
you're not just horribly disgusted by eating sounds.
No, I mean, yeah, some people are disgusted by eating sounds, but some people are turned on by eating sounds. I don't know why.
That's true.
I mean, that takes food porn to a whole new level, but yeah,
audio food porn.
Yeah, I guess it's. I mean,
yeah, she's got it in podcast form down in the description.
I guess just imagine, or like it's like. How ridiculous would it be if like somebody called into the like, or you're just like, what are you eating, and then they're just describing over the phone. I'm slowly moving like the chicken around in my mouth.
900 numbers for food.
Yeah, 1-900 like eat me or something. So yeah, mukbangs are fairly interesting. I mean,
interesting is a word.
Yeah, and it's something. Only on the internet can something like this ever work. Like,
But you don't think they have like mukbang peep shows? It's like a girl buying glass with a curtain, and then they pay money, and the curtain opens. The girl just eating food there.
Why would you be? Why would you be? Like, what kind of? Unless you're a nudist or whatever, why would you be eating food naked? That'd be kind of weird.
I don't know. Whole thing's really weird.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think maybe one day if we get famous, I'll just do a mukbang just for the hell of it, just to see how many views we get.
See if we get any views
on a mukbang stream.
Yeah, just to see what happens, and then we'll just order like the blandest food. We'll just order like. I don't know what's a bland like fast food restaurant. No, sometimes they'd order like McDonald's or something, and people would watch them eat McDonald's.
You just gotta eat like 20 pounds of KFC mashed potatoes on live stream for like 3 hours.
I don't know if you can live stream death on Twitch or whatever, because I might die of a heart attack.
From all the gravy.
Yeah, I know. The salt. Like if you look at the nutritional facts, like they put there's so much like fat just in the gravy itself. But I mean, like, if I'm gonna ever do a mukbang to the point where it's like a ridiculous one, I'd do it to like, I don't know, maybe like Chick-fil-A or whatever. Just get a bunch of like
Chick-fil-A. Or be like Heekshaw's example where you just do nothing on stream.
Well, we could do one of those. I don't remember what they're called, but she moved her eyes.
You do one where you're sitting there. You're just like this, emotionless, and somebody walks in, and like off screen they hand you stuff and put it in your mouth every few minutes. Or like, you don't ever see them. Their hand just comes in horizontal.
Or no, there was this pretty famous at the Museum of Modern Art in New York City. There was a famous art installation called "The Artist Is Present," where you could just sit down and talk, or like look at you don't. I forget the name of the artist. It was a lady. So basically, she was sitting at a table, and then there was another chair, and you could sit across from her, and then you just stare at each other for like a couple minutes, and then you can't say a word or whatever. So imagine just having that, and then you just get
ready. How long did she sit at that?
It was like a day or whatever, but no, like.
Does she make herself look different or anything?
No,
or
she just
sit there.
She just sit there. It was like it's an artsy sort of thing, but
how like egotistical.
it's art. It's
like, oh, I am an art.
Or no,
it
was pretty interesting or whatever. But no, my total like biting off of that would be you just sit there and then a random person just feeds you food and then they just walk away.
I don't want to eat food from random people.
Or no, they
or they're like there's food there and then you just like you get to feed the artist and see how long you can go with that. You know, another thing that I noticed on Twitch, I'm pretty sure it's probably the same way on Africa, is there's tons of gaming streams. Like, I'll go on Twitch and click on like Overwatch or something, and like half the streams will be Korea. Like, I'm not even.
Streaming's huge, yeah.
Yeah, streaming is very huge in Korea. So
I think so. What I was going to link that into is I guess with games at least, is like in Korea there were a lot of like Korea was the first place to make like MMOs that had like real time combat instead of like where you point and click and they attack and whatnot. Like they were the first ones to have action combat in their MMOs.
Shout out
the internet speed to support.
Shoutouts to Maple Story.
Yeah.
Really quick,
yes.
Like I think I told you guys that story about how I got addicted. Maybe I can make this a topic, but yeah, I got addicted to Maple Story, and I would like stay up till 6 a.m. playing it over the summer or whatever.
6 a.m. Oh my god.
Yeah, I'll save that for another topic. I have a lot of stories about that.
But yeah, what I was going into that though is like I think the proliferation of like, the proliferation of like different like live streaming like trends in Korea is due to like they have such good internet there.
Yeah. Way better than I do.
Support it. Like any random person can support it. Whereas like if you live out in certain towns in the U.S., you're gonna have like crap internet. That's not gonna be
I'm like to the point where they can't even watch the show. I'm sure because their internet's so bad. Or no, if you live in one of the godforsaken places that have data caps on their landline internet.
Oh god.
Yeah.
they must be crying at the thought of trying to watch like a 3-hour podcast or whatever. So yeah.
Well, I mean, in the U.S., there's people who still have DSL and dial-up.
Yeah, no, so. I had DSL and dial-up until like 2 or 3 years ago. Just it was that bad in this area. So yeah, that's mukbangs, I guess. You know, it's pretty cool. And you know, one day when we'll get famous, we'll do a mukbang. Just or if
people actually watch it.
If we hit 10,000 subscribers, we'll do a 24-hour mukbang live stream.
So we'll die.
Grow to 10K from our whole 20 now. All right. So I guess we'll go into my topic from here. Mine will be it's sort of like a superstition more of anything. It's just like a weird thing that happens. Yeah, that people sort of brought up. That we were seeing is like what we're calling like the Red Velvet curse. So basically, every time Red Velvet has a comeback, something bad happens. Basically, like right before. So that's why we mentioned last week that Wonder Girls is the latest casualty to summon Red Velvet once again,
and
with their new album Rookie.
And when Andrew mentioned that they'll have multiple all kills, I made the joke that they'll kill SNSD and After School and all of our other favorite groups.
Just a quick update on that. Like my predictions already busted. They didn't because I don't know why. I was surprised that they didn't get an all kill on this because Red Velvet's pretty popular in Korea, but Zion T is just wrecking the charts for whatever reason or not. I haven't had a chance to listen to it.
Yeah, Zion T is really popular as well, and also he's now on top of that he's now got YG behind him.
True.
So I figured that probably helps a lot. But anyways, with I guess the first example of the curse where you'd see this is back at their debut. Right before their debut was the whole drama with Sully and FX. Like she sort of like broke apart and was having all this weird like scandals with her boyfriend Triza from Dynamic Duo. For whatever reason, he's seen as like a thug in Korea. Yeah, I don't know why.
Yeah, I don't know why. Like Dynamic
maybe it was
Duo,
from back when
Dynamic Duo is pretty innocuous. Like they're not that.
Yeah, like they're they're pretty popular.
Yeah,
so I don't really know. Maybe it's just netizens being netizens at that point.
So it's
like Sully, she left FX, and then also their like comeback for Red Light back in 2014, it just like abruptly got cut short after she left the group. Like they did maybe a few performances on music shows without her, if I recall correctly. This is again like a couple years ago. Now that they debuted like 2.5. August 2014, Happiness comes out, and on top of that, they had a controversy in their music video when that came out for Happiness. It had like imagery that people were saying there was like 9/11 and stuff like that.
Whoa.
But I personally didn't see it, but a lot of people did. They were like freaking out in the comments, and there's like also this London like bus accident or something, I guess, that I've never even heard of.
I never saw it either.
I think you're just pulling stuff out of imagery, but there's the airplanes they used were Japanese planes for World War II. Those were like kamikaze planes.
Okay.
That they used as well. So like a lot of people were thinking, well, if that was true, like whoever directed it, they put like Pearl Harbor and 9/11 and some bus crash. In the imagery for this like cutesy girl group debut.
So people thought he had an agenda or something like that.
Well, they had to edit that entire thing out.
Yeah, they edited the whole.
Yeah,
I actually saved the original version on my old computer, which is not broken, which sucks because I would have had the original controversial version. Like I had it saved.
I'm sure it's somewhere on the internet.
Yeah, I bet they have it somewhere. But yeah, it was pretty interesting what happened there. But yeah, like actually back to Sully, I guess what actually happened before the thing was like she still doesn't seem like she's right. Like
she's still having like crazy controversies even like the past year.
If you look at her Instagram, she always uses weird stuff. Like
yeah.
She like I remember there was this one thing. It was a clip of her like she just it was just her like just filling her mouth with whipped cream as much as possible and eating it, and then that's it. Like she does so weird stuff. Like
So is everyone blaming Red Velvet for messing up Sully too?
Well,
they drove
back
her crazy.
when see that's the thing
back
is
when
like
she left,
yeah, back when she left, FX fans were like really really mad because SM abruptly cut FX's promotion for Red Light, and then which was a really good album by the way too, and then immediately just like it looked like a cover up for what's happening.
Yeah, they were pushing Red Velvet so hard to make people forget about it.
Yeah, so like the music video, they looked at it, they're like, oh, this is like looks like it was hastily made, and they were just pushing Red Velvet out early so that they could cover up FX, which if you look at the evidence, really, it kind of does look like that because when they originally debuted, they only had 4 members because Yeti wasn't in the group yet.
Yeah.
So they released 2 like single music videos. One's their song, another one's a cover of "Be Natural" by SES,
which is amazing.
Yeah, it's awesome. And then even the choreography and everything with the chairs is pretty cool. And then for Ice Cream Cake, when that came out, all of a sudden they have a new member. Like, it seems like she was originally supposed to be in, but they didn't think she was ready yet.
Yeah.
So I think I could actually see that their debut being like a cover-up, and like Ice Cream Cake was actually supposed to be their actual debut or whatnot. So, yeah, I could definitely see that. What was I going to say here? Right shortly after that, they also had another thing with FX fans have it out for Red Velvet for whatever reason, but back then at least, they announced that Red Velvet was gonna get a fan club name, which I think they still haven't.
No, they don't. They still haven't.
Yeah, they announced they were gonna announce it, but they didn't.
Yeah, no. Up until recently,
Before then, FX didn't either.
Yeah, so when that announcement came out, FX fans got really mad because Red Velvet was going to get a fan club name and
before
FX
they
wasn't.
did. Yeah, but I mean, they still don't have one
cause...
because they were asking for fan input again.
Yeah.
My genius idea is that they should their fan club should be called Lambs since they're really big into sacrificing everything.
Sacrificial lamb.
Yeah.
Oh my god, sacrifice all their fans to come back. That'd be crazy. So I guess we could go into the more recent example. For as far as the curse goes, is like Wonder Girls, disbanding. There's also like last year we had 4 Minute, we had 21, we had who else? Kara. All these groups
Rainbow.
keep these. Yeah, all these groups were. I think honestly, if you look at it in a larger scale, it looks like more of a coincidence.
Oh, it's definitely a coincidence.
Or no.
Like
All
it's such a weird, like
nothing...
uncorrelated
Wait,
stuff.
no. When Jessica left SNSD, that was around the time they were promoting Dum Dum.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, so that was the Jessica was the sacrificial lamb in that case.
Yeah, it's definitely a coincidence.
Yeah, so I guess that's just like my little mini topic there, and I'd like to transition into more of like a review of their new album Rookie, because we were all like talking about it for like the past few days, and I think we all have a general consensus that it's pretty good.
Yeah, it's good.
Yeah, like oddly enough, like we all came to like we all thought that Rookie was kind of like, which is actually like the worst song in the album, even though it's still pretty good. Like, ended up being the title track, and then you look at the album, and all the other songs are really, really good.
Yeah,
like,
Body Talk.
Besides it,
yep.
I don't know. I'm still rooting for Little, but I guess we can go through the track list and sort of like give our thoughts on each song. So I guess you could go with Rookie since it has a music video and everything. It's the first track on the album.
Yep.
Or if you're listening to Looky is what they
Looky. My super looky.
Yeah, I mean,
so, I guess we can go around the circle, and then Andrew, you can go first.
I guess my main point was that, or my main point of contention is that coming after, I think hands down for me, at least of their singles or like their title tracks, Russian Roulette was the best of everything that they released so far. So I was kind of expecting something like Russian Roulette, and again, I'm a huge synth pop like electro kind of music fan. So this going in a different direction. I mean, it's okay. It's just I was expecting something different out of it, and I wrote in my Reddit comment that like the instrumentation doesn't really match up with like the quality of the vocals. I guess what I mean by that is sort of like the instrumentation is really good, like it's like a catchy upbeat sort of thing with like the horns and all that sort of stuff. It's just the lyrics are pretty like subpar, or like the chorus is, I mean, Rookie's kind of catchy, but
I think the only problem I have is with the chorus. It was kind of just a little too simplistic.
Yeah,
like a lot of people had the same complaint, like with 4 Minutes Crazy, or our friend in the Facebook chat, like he thought like Whistle Blackpink like was a similar thing.
Yeah, it's not really a strong
something.
Yeah, it wasn't a strong hook. So I mean, I think pretty much for the most part I liked everything but the chorus. And I mean, like the visuals are pretty weird, but I mean that's kind of Red Velvet's sort of aesthetic nowadays. Where, like the Russian Roulette music video was them like trying to kill each other. straight up, and then this one was straight up like a Carrie Pamu music video with like weird like fully dressed like characters running around and going through like closets and like a lot of like Alice in Wonderland sort of aesthetic things.
Yeah.
So
I basically had the same thoughts that Andrew did. Like coming off of Russian Roulette was just my favorite. Like I kind of had my expectations higher than what the song came out to be. But yeah, pretty much just exactly what Andrew said.
I guess for me, so for Red Velvet, I usually end up preferring one of the other like B-list tracks, I guess.
Yeah, no, that's usually the case.
Because for me personally, my favorite like title track was One of These Nights, because I like their like more ballad or R&B style stuff. Is that Red or Velvet?
That's Velvet. That's Velvet.
Yeah, see, I like the Velvet stuff. Like I was hoping that we'd get more stuff that's similar to like when they did the cover of Be Natural, like that sort of concept. I think they do it really, really well.
Yeah, but Velvet doesn't really sell, unfortunately, which is why they kind of abandoned it.
Yeah.
Yes, but I'm glad they still have those tracks on the albums.
Yeah.
At least, like, I hope maybe they will release, like, when they release like full albums, maybe that'll be like a Velvet thing, and then all the EPs that they release in between are Red. But
well, they said they're just gonna mix them now.
They're done doing the
Red and the Velvet,
which is fine, because I mean, if you look at a lot of other groups, I mean, a lot of other groups
their original concept, they'll just dump it sometimes.
Or no, and not just that. It's where if you look at their albums, it's not just like one style of song on the album. Usually, it's just like a bunch of upbeat songs and then maybe a few ballads. So it's not it's not like it's not like it's ruining the concept of FX in any way.
Yeah,
or not FX.
Red Velvet.
Same thing.
I mean, they're kind of becoming like the new generation's FX, I guess.
I mean, that we were discussing about that, I believe, in last week's topic. But going back to like the curse topic, though, it's pretty interesting, like how, I guess the Red Velvet curse is sort of similar to the Madden curse, where every time an athlete or a Madden NFL is a football games, for those that don't know, and American football. So
whenever every time on the cover,
every time somebody gets on the cover, something bad happens. Like either they get injured, or B, or no, like they get injured, or if you were Michael Vick, the season he was on the cover, I believe he got that was when he got the dog fighting scandal, or the he's actually retiring this Saturday, or after a couple of years. So he came back. He reformed himself. So but anyway, it's pretty interesting. Or another thing I'd relate it to is, it's not as morbid. I mean, we're talking about like sacrificing, but another like sort of music like curse. Sort of curse thing is the 27 Club, where a bunch of American or like a bunch of famous like Western artists or musicians all happen to die at the age of 27. So
the ones who die young.
Yeah, so Jim Morrison, who was the lead singer of The Doors, died at 27. Jimi Hendrix died at 27.
I've actually seen Jim Morrison's grave. I've been there.
Oh, really?
It's in Paris. Yeah, it's in Paris. It's pretty cool.
Why Paris?
Yeah, I think he really liked it there, so he either asked to be buried or he lived there in his later life. But yeah, when I was on a school trip with my French class, we went to Paris and Barcelona. It's actually the only time I've ever been out of the country so far. And I've been there before I've even been to New York City. I haven't even been there yet.
Anyways, I live in Jersey, and I've been to New York City way more than you.
Yeah, well, I mean, you go there every day, basically.
I have to.
So, anyways, my French teacher, she was like a big like Jim Morrison fan, so she always, like, whenever she takes kids on that trip, she always has us like visit there.
That's cool.
So yeah, that's kind of interesting. But yeah, continue on with your point.
So yeah, Jim Morrison, Jimi Hendrix died at 27. Kurt Cobain died at 27.
Kurt Cobain.
Yeah, which was pretty big. And then most recently, Amy Winehouse died at 27. So yeah, there's a bunch of like, and that's just the musicians. I mean, there was Jean-Michel Basquiat. He died at 27. Like, he was a pretty like famous artist, painter sort of thing. So yeah, it's just a pretty interesting. I don't know if there's any sort of equivalent like that in, knock on wood, hopefully not in K-pop. I mean, I don't think there's anything that morbid.
I guess there's that like 5-year.
It's a 7-year curse.
Rule. Yeah, 7-year
but
curse.
For disbandments, but that's because that's how contracts work out.
Yeah, and I mean, usually 7 years is pretty long for an idol group, like we mentioned before.
Exactly. So I mean, because like in America, I think the longest, was it you who said that the Spice Girls were only around for 6 years?
Yeah, when we were talking about Wonder Girls, I said last week that the Spice Girls were only around for 6 years. And we had Wonder Girls for 10 years, so. So we gotta stop sometime.
Yeah, I just found that pretty interesting when we were on the topic of curses. So, I mean, again, it seems with Red Velvet making a comeback in January, it's no surprise they'll probably be coming back sometime either in the like late spring or early summer. So, like, I hope to God nobody has to be sacrificed anymore. Like, oh no, please no, don't do this. But I mean, the thing is though, if SNSD
cannibalism,
they're cannibalizing SM. If SNSD was going to do a goodbye tour, I'd probably be during the summer. So maybe it'd line up or whatever. But I mean, I'd like to ask the the members of Red Velvet if they've ever heard of this, because I don't think I've ever heard it discussed in like variety. Maybe it's because it's too taboo of a question to talk about. Like,
I think mostly too, because it's mostly between fans though.
Yeah, or it's like a Reddit, like Twitter sort of thing where the Red Velvet curse. So yeah, I mean, if we ever are lucky enough to have the chance to interview them, I mean, I don't know how that's gonna work because I don't speak Korean, but
they have Wendy.
Yeah,
they have Wendy. Yeah.
Yeah, so it'd be interesting to see what their thoughts are on the Red Velvet curse, or maybe they'll just like buy into it fully, or they'll be like, okay, if you don't want us to come back, like pay us or whatever, or like they can blackmail other groups, then they'll threaten to come back, to have a comeback.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess I'll go on to the second song on the album, which is Little Little, which is my favorite track on the album. It's like an R&B sort of like jam, I guess. It's really good though. Andrew can, I guess, give his thoughts on that first if you want.
It's pretty good. It's pretty good. It's like standard. I guess they're sort of standard Velvet-ish stuff. So
yeah. I've only listened to it once.
I listened to it.
I've been listening to it like nonstop.
Yeah, you probably listened to it. I've only listened. I only gave the album like 1 or 2.
Yeah, I've only listened to the album once.
Yeah,
I've noticed that I tend to like with albums, like I tend to like the ones that like everyone thinks are average for whatever reason. Like like for Mamamoo, like my favorite Mamamoo album is Memory, but most people would go with probably like Melting.
Melting, not even close.
Yeah, see, like I really like their Memory album because of the like a few tracks on there. But yeah, like Little Little was really good. Like I said, I definitely prefer when they do the R&B stuff because I think it really takes advantage of like Wendy and Silgi's like vocal like power and potential.
Yeah, because that's the one. I guess that's the one thing I like about their R&B Velvet tracks is that with their upbeat songs might be more popular, but again, they don't really get to explore their vocal range. And again, like Red Velvet has a lot of firepower in terms of that from from all 5 members, if you ask me. So yeah.
Yeah, like Wendy, her voice definitely fits those kind of songs because she's got definitely. Like she can go pretty deep and keep it nice and smooth and whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
So again, I guess I'll just keep going on through. So like Happily Ever After, like this, I guess that's kind of the generic song on there. That's kind of doesn't really stand out, but it's still pretty like decent.
Mm-hmm.
It's like a upbeat sort of. I could see sort of like a little bit of like EDM like influences stuff, but
just a bit.
Yeah, like it's sort of just cheery like girl group song. It's like I could see it have been one of the title tracks if they wanted to keep going with the Red concept. Talk to Me was similar way.
Talk to Me. I like Talk to Me a lot actually.
Yeah, I think it's a good song as well. In the beginning of that song, it's really cool because they're doing like this like effect with the audio where it's like a little over processed and like backwards, like they're like playing something backwards. I don't know if it was part of the song.
Oh really?
Yeah, the intro to it, I believe it was Talk to Me where they did that. But yeah, and then Body Talk is the one that we can all like.
Body Talk is
so good.
Yeah, it's probably the strongest. I think the reason why I like it so much is because again I like sort of that electronic music vibe, and I've noticed or I saw in the production credits, it's all like European, Scandinavian, like the producers or whatever. So it's really Europop inspired, like sort of kind of a bit retro-ish, but yeah, it's I think overwhelmingly
the beginning to it is like the beginning is really cool because it's like a throwback to like the 80s where like the like in the beginning with really the synthesizers and whatnot.
Synth pop sort of vibe. So yeah,
it's really cool.
I'm a sucker for anything like. If any like upcoming like K-pop artists are watching this, anything, all you have to do to win me over is just make a synth pop track. I will love it immediately. That's all it takes.
Yeah, Andrew and I have very similar tastes in music. I love that type of stuff. So
yeah. Oh wait, just kind of maybe a bit off topic, but would it? I mean, technically there hasn't been any Red Velvet solos yet, correct? Just like features, right?
Station stuff.
Yeah,
just like Wendy collaborating with Eric Nam. There was that.
So
she had a OST track.
So if we ever get, it'll be interesting to see if we ever get any I mean, I imagine we'll see Red Velvet member solo albums or whatever. If the Red Velvet curse will apply to those things, because that'd be a lot more. Because I think almost every member of Red Velvet could probably get a solo.
Interesting. Yeah, one thing I actually wanted to bring up with the like when you were talking about the producers for Body Talk, I was wondering who like at the beginning of the Rookie it says like produced by the colleagues.
Oh yeah,
I think that must be a new
probably like
producer for SM because I've never heard of them before.
Yeah, maybe it'll be the new Brave sound.
Oh yeah, like
well, they just say the colleagues at the beginning or like DJ Khaled at the beginning of every song.
I was looking for like a Wikipedia page. They don't seem to have one yet.
Yeah,
I'm thinking they're like maybe American or something because yeah, because I looking up like songs and albums that they've produced for, like they've produced for some rapper from America called Lil White. Never heard of him.
Heard of him. Is he? He must be. He's probably he's only a little white. You know, just not a lot of white.
Yeah, just a little bit white.
He's literally
like 10% white.
No, he's like actually white.
Actually, 100% white.
Yeah. So. Yeah, they produced for him, and he's an American rap artist. So I'm assuming the colleagues are like an American producer that they're like subcontracting for the song.
That's like I hope that's a continuing trend where they get a lot more of Western. You know who I'd like to see? I keep bringing up Bruno Mars, but he has a production group. Let me look up the name really quick. It's because it's escaping me.
Have they ever done anything in K-pop or anything like that?
Don't believe so.
If they did, I bet they'd be doing it at JYP because I know JYP really likes Bruno Mars.
His production group is called the Smeezingtons. It's just.
Okay.
Well, actually, no. He left it apparently. Oh.
Oh, so he doesn't even write for them
shoot,
anymore.
No. They did a lot of or whenever they got production credits on American music. I love them. But yeah, like I think a lot of Western production groups should get more involved in the K-pop, more than just like London Noise or that sort of thing.
Or Brave Sound.
Oh Lord,
dude, Brave Sound got. I keep saying this every week, but like Brave Sound got to the point where it got annoying.
I think I'm pretty like we should make that a topic, like the top 15 songs that have the Brave Sound at the beginning of it.
Well, there's Brave Sound, there's JYP,
there's too many songs with JYP though, because pretty much almost every song that under JYP. Yeah.
Well, it's only the ones he produces.
Yeah.
It's not every song, but he produced most of them.
Yeah, he produces almost every song.
Although, was it at the beginning of Susie's single?
No. That'd be weird.
He stopped doing it. Well, he produced that, so.
Okay. Well, maybe because it didn't fit the aesthetic of the song.
No, maybe. So.
Yeah.
So anyways, the last song is called Last Love, I think. Yeah, Last Love, Makjumak Sarang. And it's actually a pretty good ballad. I like it a lot. That's like my fourth most listened to on the album out of the 6. But
I like it a lot. It's fourth out of 6.
It's my fourth favorite.
No, I've just been listening to the whole album like for the past few days, like over and over. Along with Gallant's album, which I really recommend, because after Cave Me In came out, I've been listening to that a lot. So, I guess now that we've finished that, I'll let Nate take the reins, and he'll do his topic 4 for this week.
Yep. So I had the idea for February for us to do for our 4th topic. Each of us do like maybe 15 recommended songs or top songs or whatever you want. And then because there's 4 weeks in February, so we have those 3. That'll be the 3 weeks, and then the last one will be February releases like we did in January.
Mm-hmm.
So I made a list of 15 songs. I wouldn't say they're my top 15 favorite songs completely, because I tried to stick to one per artist, and it would take a lot more thinking to figure out my exact top 15 favorite songs. So these are kind of just like 15 of my favorite songs. So I made a YouTube playlist that we'll link in the description. And I ordered it. It's just ordered alphabetically by artist name. Before we start though, I want to see, I know like Andrew did some analysis. I want to see if he caught on to some themes between all these songs.
I didn't get it. I've been trying to figure it out all day.
So there's like, if you look at the majority of the songs, they're all like very piano or string heavy.
Okay.
I really like songs with piano or strings or like symphonic type backings to them. Mm-hmm. So I started, although this first one not so much, but I started the first one's 2 p.m.'s ADTOY.
I freaking love that song the minute I listened to it for the
so
first time.
I actually missed this song when it came out, and found it last year because of Twice's dance cover to it. Because I didn't really start paying attention to guy groups until about a year ago. I knew like some major songs like Be Mine and Fiction and Hands Up, but like I missed this song.
Put your hands up. If you actually search on Google, put your hands up, and then put, it'll come up. It'll come up with 2 p.m. that song. They'll be like, "What is this song that says put your hands up, and that'll come up."
So yeah, with ADTOY though, just like I really like the flow of this song. It's so good.
They go super high in that song.
I also said that like
that song is like 90% falsetto.
Yep.
Yeah. That song actually that's the first 2 p.m. song I actually caught the comeback for.
Okay.
And I figured it would be on the album when it came out, but it's literally just a single, which I was kind of surprised by.
Yeah.
And it was probably actually the first 2 p.m. song I actually added to my list other than Hands Up.
Yeah.
Because the other ones were sort of just like sad songs kind of. Like they weren't like ballads or anything, but they weren't like upbeat or anything like that. Like Hands Up or Promise recently. So yeah, you can go on now.
Yep. Andrew, do you have any comments?
Yeah, no, I like this song. I think I heard it before I really like got or knew too much about 2 p.m. But yeah, I like the song. I love the beat.
Yeah. And the music video is just like this really sensual black and white. I didn't get it.
I was trying to figure out the plot of the music video.
There's not really plot. It's just 2 p.m. being with hot chicks.
Yeah, I mean, why not? Like, if I was a good looking like 20-something-year-old K-pop artist, like all my music videos would be like with hot chicks, and there's no plot. That's it.
Yep. And then they have the like chair dance choreography.
Yeah, that was a big thing. I think in like the early 2010s, like chair dances or
yeah.
I don't think I've ever seen another guy group.
I was gonna say usually it's just girl
BTS did one.
Stuff.
Wait, what song was that?
It was one of the first BTS songs I ever found. I'll look it up.
We'll look it up. We'll find it.
Okay. Next song is Volume Up by 4 Minute with the sexy sax man. Sexy sax man part's great.
Yeah, no, that's. I think that was the first. For you, right? That was kind of like first when you. Oh no, was that when you first got into 4 Minute?
No. That's when I was in Korea. It was being promoted.
Okay,
and
so
I was on TV because of that performance at Incheon K-pop concert.
Oh wait, yeah. You were on TV.
We still need to find that clip. I'm sure somebody.
I have that clip. I can find it. I'll link that.
Dude, let's put that in the description.
I want to see that because I know. Wait, did you have
the
the long hair back then?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. I want to see that. What was your? Did you realize that you were on?
No,
camera,
I had no idea. I'm like, I have no idea.
So like when you goodness. Because whenever that happens, I'm just like, oh god, I hope I don't make a stupid face so that they don't think.
Just staring intently at 4 Minute, mouthing the words.
When did you find out that you were on TV?
Oh, when I was watching clips of the concert afterwards.
You're like, what the heck? They put me on.
Yeah, so I was like reminiscing and watching the concert again on YouTube.
That's so funny.
And I saw that it was on the broadcast. But yeah, it showcases 4 Minute's vocals really well.
Oh yeah, definitely.
It's a really upbeat club song. With
especially Gayun, like her part is probably my favorite in that.
Yep. And then they had the concept sexy vampires.
Yeah, no, and then they all had, or like at the beginning of the MV, like Hyuna, Hyuna has the shotgun in both eyes or whatever.
Yep.
Yeah, so pretty cool. I really love. I think Maybe it's because that's when I first got into 4-Minute, or like that was their like new song when I first found them. But yeah, that Volume Up holds such a special place in my heart. That like I listened to that song like way too many times. So
Yeah,
just too catchy. That the sexy sax like the sexy sax like warms your heart, or like it takes over everything.
Yep.
No, the minute you hear that sax, you're like, ooh yeah, dude, this is my jam.
Yep.
4-Minute Volume Up.
Yep. Next on the list is Shampoo by After School. This is the first on my list that's like very piano and string heavy. It's an electronic song.
It's kind of interesting that they'd mix like electronic with like piano and strings.
Yeah.
It's kind of like an interesting like combo.
How I describe it is it's hard to describe because of this like the vocals of it are almost like a ballad.
Yeah.
But it's like an EDM song. So it's
Yeah.
like a ballad EDM song is how I describe it, if that makes any sense.
Is it almost like a remix of like a ballad? Like could you see it like somebody's
Maybe.
thinking that?
Yeah, maybe. I mean, I know it's not, but if I didn't know that, yeah.
You need to explain the MV for me because I got lost halfway through.
So,
did she dye her hair or something, or?
Yeah, she did. Yeah.
Okay, because I was confused why she was jealous of, or the blonde hair girl was jealous of the brown hair. I don't know anyone in After School.
The blonde hair girl and the brown hair girl are the same girl. It's both Reina.
Oh shit! I'm an idiot. Okay, I know nothing about After School.
So yeah, it's like because before this they had Bang, which they had like the drumline concept. So and they had like a drumline performance before Bang. So for this
what was the one where they had like was it like pole dancing in one of them?
That's later on. That was a new one.
That was weird. That was weird for me.
But then this one they had tap dancing, and they actually did a tap dance performance before it. But yeah, cool. So like the music video is like they're all learning tap dancing from this guy, and Reina's like the new student, and like her and the teacher kind of fall in love, but he's like either
the teacher,
but then he's like either becoming blind or sick or something, or he's dying.
What?
And like.
Where did you get that from the music video?
Watch the music video.
Yeah, I thought he just fell in love with another girl or something. What?
No, he's like dying because like if he's watching Reina and then the screen like loses focus and stuff, and he like puts his hand on his head like he's getting sick and stuff.
Oh, I thought he was just I thought she just sucked at dancing and he was getting really frustrated.
But then like so like. And they're like fall in love, but then he's like dying or something, and like she doesn't really have confidence even though she's really good. And it's really weird. It's a weird MV, but
I thought it was a Haru Haru situation where like she was just falling, or he fell in love with another girl and then break. I
think he's like dying.
okay, I need to watch it again because I didn't get that out of
twist.
Is that guy famous, or was that guy a famous actor? Or
I don't know.
I
don't know who he was. He was probably just a random actor that was part of Playlist or something. Next up is The Wishlist by A-Pink, which is a song off their debut EP. It's a slower electronic song.
It sounds like Into the New World, Soshi.
Yeah, it's really good. It's just like it just showcases their singing. The music video, since it wasn't a single, it was just one of the songs on their MV or their EP. It did get a music video, but it's just them like singing in a white room wearing white dresses. Like it's very basic, and they all look like babies because it's from debut and they're really young, and you can tell.
Well, I mean, A-Pink's a really interesting group because they're like the only ones who have been able to keep the more like cute concept.
Yeah, the innocent.
Such a long time. They don't make it seem like creepy or anything. Like even when they're old.
Yeah.
Like they can still pull it off.
Yep.
Clean and refined and whatnot. Yeah. So.
Yeah, it's like a slower electronic song. It's really good. I like it a lot. I don't know if you had any more comments on that, Andrew.
No, that's it.
Then next up is Girls' Day, Don't Forget Me, which is an upbeat dance song.
One of my favorite Girls' Day songs.
Yeah, it's my favorite Girls' Day song because it's on this list. It's their first song after losing a member. So once they became a 4-member group, I want to say was her name.
GA. Yeah.
I didn't really know. I didn't know Girls' Day until this album, or like because my first like exposure to Girls' Day was Expectation, because for obvious reasons.
Oh yeah.
For obvious reasons.
The music video.
Yeah, look that up. We'll put that in the description.
You see the thumbnail, you're like, ooh, gotta watch this.
Yep. Yeah.
Or you see a GIF of it, and instantly you gotta watch it.
Yeah, that's like that's that generation's Kara butt dance essentially.
Yep.
So, but
well, like,
this
going. Before you continue, like going back to Running Man, I remember there was one episode where Girls' Day was on, and it was with a bunch of girl groups. Whoever they were like paired with, I think it was Gary. They had to do the dance with whoever they were. Yeah, they had to do the thing where they take off.
They did that.
Straps yeah.
Wait, was Gary doing
I think
it?
That was Gary.
I think it was either.
I remember I had to do it with the girl group.
Oh man, that's
really funny.
It was a bunch of there was each member was paired with a different.
Oh, but getting back to this song, I think my favorite part of it is when the key change kicks in right before the chorus. Oh Lord, like the vocals on that were amazing. Like, I used to, I don't know if I ever told you guys this, but I used to be really into Girls' Day. Like there was a part where I kind of stopped listening to everyone else, and I just kept listening to that one Girls' Day album over and over again.
Oh really?
I don't know why, but like I was really into them. But now, I mean, I guess they haven't done much lately. But yeah, I haven't really listened to Girls' Day much.
They got a comeback coming out soon.
Well, I should
supposedly this month or next month.
I should pick them up again.
Wasn't the last thing that came out with was Ring My Bell?
Yeah, it was a 20.
Which was okay.
Yeah, that's a really long time.
That was okay. Maybe that's why I didn't like them.
They had Ring My Bell. It just wasn't mastered very well. Like there was this weird like ticking. I think it was that weird like ticking like hi-hats in like a random spot.
Yeah, maybe. I guess that's why I never really got back into them, because I never really found any of their new music as appealing as Expectation or that whole album. Because I listened to the whole album over and over again. Like, and then like, was the White Day song on that album, or was that afterwards?
I think White Day was later.
Okay, well, yeah, I listened to
that
too.
That was a separate single.
Okay,
because the album with Expectation and all that still had a lot of their older singles on it as well with GA, so it probably was on that album. I could be wrong though. Because like Twinkle Twinkle and stuff like that was on there as well.
And Hug Me Once.
Yeah.
Okay. Next on the list is my favorite K-pop song of all time is a Girls' Generation Way to Go, or Hymne. It's just a pop rock song, and it's great.
It's a J-rock song essentially.
I love pop rock.
It's definitely a song that I could listen to like any time of the day and just be like, hell yeah, Girls' Generation. The first K-pop album I ever got was the repackage, Baby Baby. So that song's on. I'd bump that in my. Well, actually, Hymne is on G, but yeah.
Is it? Oh shit! No,
yeah, Hymne is on. Hymne is.
I thought it was
the G EP.
What was the rock song that was on Baby Baby then?
I don't know. I'd have to look at the list.
I don't know, but I listened. I definitely listened to the song a lot because before I bought stuff, I just rip it off of K2N blog and I'd listen to to that album like repeatedly. So
this is off G. Music video is just them being dorks during the behind the scenes of G. Yeah, it's great.
Yeah, I never knew there was a music video for this until you showed it to me.
Yep.
I mean, it's pretty much just a.
It's like a behind the scenes music video.
The scenes video.
It's behind the scenes of G, but they are singing Hymne during parts of it. So like it was specifically made for Hymne.
Though watching the video, it makes me nostalgic for like when Soshi was all like fetuses essentially, and it made me nostalgic for long hair Sooyoung. Like I forgot how much I missed long hair Sooyoung.
Yeah, that's true. She has had short hair for a while.
I think she has long hair now, like right now.
Oh no, she still kind of has like the shoulder bob cut. Yeah, it's not as long as it was back then, but that was also back when everyone in Soshi Hall had the same hair color, so which made
they're all just like light brownish. Hair color.
It made it when going back to like my first experience. It made watching those videos. It's
really hard to figure out.
Yeah, I was just like, who the hell is everyone?
Well, yeah, because Yuri, Yuna, and Soyeon are literally
they all had the same hair. They all had the same like style of bangs. So I'm just like, who are these people?
Back then, I called them the triplets. Now,
that's why everyone used to call them the triplets.
Yeah, now that everyone has such distinctive like styles.
Yeah, now it's so easy to tell everyone apart.
Well, maybe because we've been indoctrinated into the cult for so long now. So
I mean, also they've sort of grown up now and have like their own style and whatnot too. So
exactly. Next up, speaking of more girls' generation, is TTS Baby Steps, which is a ballad.
Love that song.
It was promoted with Twinkle. It's just a heavy, piano heavy ballad. Like I said, more piano. And just really showcases all three of their singing skills.
That's probably the song that I've looked up the most live performances for. Like I watched that a lot.
Yeah,
like I love seeing the one where they're all like wearing like leopard print. I think is the one I'm thinking of.
Oh man.
Okay.
And because this was Tan, like when Tan just like belts out her notes like towards like her ad libs towards the end of the song. It's awesome. She goes really high.
Yeah, no, she hits a really high note there. But there was there was a random like period when Soshi always just wore like leopard print and like that sort of stuff. That style of fashion is called boho, where it's like bohemian sort of style. So that was Soshi's style for some reason, whatever. But no, it wasn't. I forget which of you guys said that this, Baby Steps was your favorite like ballad song or one of
Oh, this is mine. Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So like it's your favorite ballad song like of all ever. So
yeah.
No, I love Baby Steps too. So
if you want to point to finish, I have one more after.
No, go for it.
No, go ahead.
All right, yeah. So Baby Steps was originally like a rock song.
Oh really?
Like
that wouldn't have worked.
it was by like some rock style like boy band originally. Like if you look up the demo for Baby Steps,
really?
I could probably find it and I could put it in the description for us. So just I'll put that down there.
I don't know how well it would work as a rock song. Maybe because I've been so used to the R&B ballad.
Yeah. I don't want to say rock song, but it gives me the vibe of like a punk band kind of thing. So just
which wouldn't have fit on that album at all with how Twinkle went.
Well, not like Rage Against the Machine or anything like that. Like just like punky.
That'd be. I'd like to see what a TTS Rage Against the Machine inspired album would sound like.
It's not like that at all.
That's all I want in life now. Up next is Gina. I'll Get Lost. You Go Your Way.
Yeah, this is the song. I only know the English version too.
Yep, it's another piano-heavy song.
I missed out. I missed out on Gina for whatever reason. Like I never really got it. My only exposure to her was the one song she did with Hyuna.
Bitter Day.
Bitter Day, which is a pretty good song.
Love
but
that song.
she has
I
think it goes without saying she has an amazing voice. So
yeah, she's really good at singing. She's really good at dancing too.
Yeah. She's almost like from the music video. She's almost like the female Rain with how eccentric she is.
They're definitely going for like a Michael Jackson concept.
Yeah,
with
like with the sort of like low cut blazer and like the fedora sort of thing.
Fedora, yep. And that had a couple members of Beast in it. The one
Junyoung is
wasn't there a feature?
Isn't that his name? Junyoung
one of them's featured, and then one of them was like the main actor in the music video.
Okay.
So, two different.
I think the rapper is Junyoung.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then I don't remember who the main actor guy was.
But I think it goes without saying that Gina's pretty well missed in K-pop right now. So.
Yep.
Yeah, after a scandal.
She's never coming back from that scandal.
Yeah, well, I think we should save that for another topic because that's a crazy conspiracy theory.
A little bit.
Yeah.
Somebody set her up.
I don't think it's a conspiracy theory. She like basically admitted to it, just not in like the full way of.
But I mean, it doesn't.
But she was clearly misled. We'll have a topic about it.
Misled. Yeah, I'm not saying like she specifically did it and is like, we'll stop stepping around it and we'll talk about that later. Next up, Kara Step.
Rip.
Pure EDM goodness.
Rip.
It's amazing.
Yo, Kara choreo is always on point.
Yep, choreo is amazing. Perfect representation of what.
And they like saying the word.
The music video is really awesome too.
They like saying the word "la" a lot in their songs. I've noticed.
Yeah.
There's a bunch of songs they say that have "la" in it. So.
Yeah. The music video is great. Super colorful. Crazy colors everywhere. It was just
that's like if I were a music video director, that'd be my total aesthetic, would be just the huge like poppy colors like Kara, and then like more recently, like I was talking about like with Red Velvet's Rookie, like MV, I'd totally do stuff like that with popping colors and very saturated.
Or Jonghyun's She. I don't know if you ever watched the music video. Yeah, she is. Pretty like chirpy music video. So
yeah, stuff like that. I love that kind of stuff.
Yep. Next is IOI When Cherry Blossoms Fade, which makes me sad.
Yeah, no lie. Like again,
I can't stop.
My only exposure to IOI has been through you, but whenever I hear when the cherry blossoms fade, I tear up. I tear up. That's such a feel song, man. It's it's really good. I kind of missed or. It's kind of a throwback to like something like SNSD where we don't really get a lot of group vocals like that anymore. So
yeah,
it's basically what I was gonna say is it's like IOI's like version or like not version but their own like SNSD complete if you want to equate it to something else. Like what they'll sing at their concerts and whatnot.
Yep. So it's the second song that B1A4's Jin Young produced for them. He produced 3 songs, although there's rumors that he produced a 4th song for their Goodbye, but it didn't get chosen. All
that means is we might get new IOI material.
I hope that's what we're hoping.
I don't want to get your hopes up or anything, but they already have the song, I guess.
Yeah, for Produce 101 and IOI, because so he produced In the Same Place was part of the like second to last challenge for Produce 101, which is a similar song to When Cherry Blossoms Fade, and then for When Cherry Blossoms Fade, he produced for the finale. So actually, all 22 finalists sang it during the finale.
Yeah, I remember that clip.
And then they put it on the debut.
All right, so does Jin Young, does he usually produce for B1A4 as well?
I don't know. I'm not sure.
I'd hope so.
I think he produces a lot, so
because those songs are pretty good, anyways. And even B1A4, like their normal songs are always really good as well. So that really good. Hats off to him if he does those songs as well.
And just in the context, the lyrics are about like a girl who's worried that her relationship will fade over time, which is just kind of like in context of IOI.
Yeah, because
what they were going for.
Yeah, like Cherry Blossoms, they're here one April and gone the next.
Yep. After that is IU Good Day, which is a classic.
IU's concepts are always really cool.
Yep. Lots of piano, lots of guitar, strings. Lots of different instruments in this.
The thing I love about IU's voice is how she gives it off her voice in such a way that it sounds effortless.
Yeah,
but
she's pretty graceful.
But she's actually got a really, really good like powerful voice. She doesn't have to belt out to go high or low.
Yeah, well, because
she does it.
She like her singing voice is pretty soft spoken, but you can see like the.
Well, she goes insane in this song, so
yeah. But
triple high note.
But no. One thing I've noticed is that I don't know if this is like a running gag or something, but apparently a lot of IU songs are written with like Sully in mind or whatever. Is that the thing or
what?
Or like there was something about like one of her songs she wrote with I don't know. So I think it had something to do with Sully or she was writing it to her or whatever.
That's weird.
Are
you talking about the controversy she had with the song JJ, where people were like, "Oh, IU's a pedophile"?
No. It was like a ballad song. I think she wrote it in the perspective of a guy to Sully. I don't know. I'll have to look into it.
I don't know.
I haven't heard anything about this.
It was like maybe it was something I looked up or I saw on like maybe Reddit or like Tumblr like a long time ago, but.
Next up, or did you have something?
No, that's it.
Okay. Next up is Jamin Stand Up, which is a pop rock song.
That's really a song I'll have input on.
It's for To the Beautiful You OST. Yep. And the MV kind of just switches between the rock band and Jamin in like a forest performing.
Speaking of Sully.
And then the clips from the drama.
I actually never got around to watching that. Was that any good or?
The show, I haven't seen the show. No.
I've seen it. It's pretty good. It's kind of weird though. Like Sully is basically her character is like a girl, and to get into some college, she has to be a boy for some reason.
So it's like it's the Korean version of
Hanakimi.
Or no, it's the Korean version of She's the Man by like the movie with Amanda Bynes.
Oh well, because there's a Japanese shoujo manga called Hanakimi, and that's what they adapted to make this.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, I mean that's
drama. So that's a pretty. That's why the story.
Like no, with Japanese like manga and anime, that's a pretty common theme where girl has to dress up as a guy and falls in love with boys. Like the most famous one I believe would be Ouran High School Host Club.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's a pretty common theme, and it's called like trap, like or they're a trap, quote unquote.
Yeah.
So she's like she falls in love with the guy who's like supposed to become like the best high jumper in Korea.
I'll say he's like
for the Olympics.
Track star person.
Yeah, he does the high jumping, which is a weird sport.
The thing is though, from the clips I saw, it seemed like they did a lot of like romantic stuff, and I'm just like, does he realize that he's a she or whatever, or does he just like guy?
They eventually find out. It's all right.
Because I'm just like they get way too close for comfort for he's thinking he's a guy.
Yeah, but Stand Up's a great song.
Yeah, no, the song's really good. The song itself is really good.
You know, like one of the first like actual rock songs. Like I really wish Jaemin would come out with more albums. Like I wish she'd do an entire album where she's doing rock music.
When was the last time she released
her voice
anything?
Is perfect for it.
Well, she had a Station song.
Yeah.
So she
but I mean, other than Station,
the last album was really good. Like she had Shine, I think.
Shine's really good. Yep.
And
that was 2015.
Yeah, and the title track was also Shine.
Okay, so we might get something from her this year then.
Hopefully.
I hope we do. But yeah, for the music video for Shine, it was really cool. It had like her as like it was like the movie Gravity with Sandra Bullock. Yeah. Like she was like an astronaut in space, like just floating.
Oh, I think I remember that.
But yeah, anyways. Shine was really good. Stand Up's a really good song.
Yep.
Check out Jaemin. She is underrated.
Yep, she was on my underrated artist list last week. Yep. So, and so was this next person. Next is NSUNG, Reason I Became a Witch, which is just like a really hard upbeat song with like.
Yeah, no, I liked it. Oh, no.
There's a rock influence. There's a lot of rock in it and some strings and stuff.
I like the little detail that like one of her outfits, it looks like she's wearing like the striped witch stockings or whatever.
Oh yeah, yep.
Yeah, her outfit's pretty cool.
Yeah. The music video is pretty stylized. It's really cool. There's a lot of like punk rock style with her outfits and stuff. And then I was saying like there's a lot of strings and guitar, and there's a really sweet guitar solo like near the end of it. It's kind of like softer in the background, so it's not really up front, but there is a guitar solo in it, which is pretty cool. She's another like underrated artist that people should check out. Trying to think when she last did stuff. I think 2015. She didn't do anything.
It's definitely been a while because it's been a while since I've
heard her name.
Seen her.
She did Yashishi. Was her last song, I think. Yeah, I think that was 2015. Next is Rainbow Sweet Dream, which is my favorite Rainbow song. It's a piano heavy EDM song.
Yeah, group vocals.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Like
group vocals.
Very strong on that.
Though I don't know if it'd contend with me, because like Rainbow also has A and Tell Me, which are like a couple of my favorite songs. So I don't know. Personally,
the music video for this is kind of weird because it was just them.
Oh yeah.
It was just them walking, like, or just them like singing the lyrics to the song while people are like a bunch of like non-Korean people are dancing awkwardly in a club or whatever.
Well, it's like it's like really trippy because there's like two different time frames because they're like overlaying like people on the club floor, but then also it being empty with them singing. Yeah, and like there's a lot of shots where.
It is DSP. What do you expect?
There's a lot of shots where the same member is like there in multiple places, so like it's kind of like they merged a bunch of timelines together for this music video, and like I don't know, it's really weird, but it has a lot of cool transitions.
It's a really good song, regardless. So
yep.
I will another one I'll miss Rainbow.
Yep, like Andrew said, it's a group vocal piano heavy song. As you can see, I really like that.
It's a recurring theme.
A lot of these are like that. And last but not least is Sundambi with Dripping Tears, which is another piano heavy dance song.
And the MV is like the stuff of nightmares.
Scares me. So I honestly in our playlist I didn't even link it because I hate it. So I linked the live version.
What are they even supposed to be dressed up as? Like they look like
it's like aliens.
They look like metallic balls in like bondage or something.
So, there's like a weird like alien concept for the music video, and there's like these weird morph suit backup dancers, and it's really creepy, and I hate it.
Yeah,
so I linked the
live performance was bad.
One note I have to say.
Live version's fine.
one thing I have to say is that the song kind of reminds me of Fiction by Beast, like the sort of like piano or like the synth piano in the background. It's so I like the song a lot. It's just the MV is too weird for me.
Yeah. And unfortunately, we won't get anything from Danby. She hasn't done anything since she left Pleiades. She was a
Pleiades artist?
Yeah, she was with Pleiades until 2012, which is when this came out. Or 2013, maybe. She did have one single after this, Red Candle. I think it was 2013, but she left and she's just doing acting now.
Okay. Yeah, I hadn't even heard of her until you linked us your playlist.
Yeah, she's older. She like debuted in like 2007, so she's, or maybe even before 2006.
That was a long time ago already.
For a while.
Yeah.
But yeah, she kind of didn't really do. She was pretty sporadic. Didn't really have releases that often. So she kind of just left and stopped doing music. But yeah, that song's up there on one of my favorites. So that is my list of 15 recommended favorite songs. I think next week we're gonna do Andrew's.
Yeah, I'll explain that next week.
Yeah. So what I was gonna say that was just what Nathan did was tongue-tied a little bit today. So every week in February this month, we're going to be doing a sort of like a like top 10 list that we each personally make for you guys to listen to. Like Nate's, for example, was his favorite. Andrew's going to bring his own, whether he wants to do a theme or not, or just his favorite stuff.
Yep.
And then I'm going to go next. And then the fourth
it will just be releases again.
Week is just going to be, releases again like we did last week. So.
Yep.
Yeah.
I just figured it'd be a good way for people to learn kind of our own personal tastes and or whatever they wanted to know about us.
Yep. So with that, I guess we can bring the episode to an end. Please, like, subscribe, comment, all that jazz. Check out our podcast and actual podcast forum on SoundCloud, Stitcher, and iTunes.
Yep.
Those links will be in the description. If you prefer just audio and don't want to see our faces.
My face is beautiful. Why don't you want to see it?
But yeah, like, subscribe, comment. Please leave feedback so we can improve. We're always looking to, make our podcast better in any way. Request topics if you think you have any that would benefit.
Yeah, definitely, because we're gonna run out at one point or sooner or later.
Yeah, any support would be great. So this is the end of DaebakCast episode 5.
Stay creamy.
Stop it! Don't ever say that again.
No, I'm keeping it. I edit these videos. I'm keeping it.